Hi everyone. In this video, we are doing three things. The first is the recent government announcement on tax cuts in the 2024 budget. The second thing that we're going to talk about is how much tax you are expected to save. And lastly, the third thing we're going to talk about is why have tax rates even changed? Let's just dive into the first point, which is the recent government announcement on the tax cuts. The New Zealand government has just announced in its budget 2024 tax cuts for most New Zealanders. What they've specifically announced is not a change in the tax rates, but a change in the tax thresholds. This key change aims to address the bracket creep that has happened due to wage inflation over the years. The last adjustment on this was made back in 2010, which is 14 years ago. The new thresholds will come into effect 31st July 2024. Let's talk about the second point. How much tax will you actually save? Let's break it down with a specific example. If you're earning 80,000 annually with no dependent, you are in work, you are not on super, you can expect to save $1,042.50 annually. The amount of tax you will save will be different for each person. To calculate yourself, you can simply use the 1 minute official government calculator released by the Treasury. Use that to find out exactly how much tax you will save. I will put a link to the calculator down in the description below. Lastly, the third point, why have these tax rates actually changed? As wages have increased, more people have pushed up into higher tax brackets. And without such adjustments, taxpayers have been pretty much facing higher effective tax rates over time. This is the first time personal income tax thresholds have been increased since 2010 or 14 years ago. It makes sense and is logical for regular indexing of tax thresholds going ahead for the tax system to be more equitable and responsive to economic changes. It's in fact surprising that it has taken such a long time. I think personally politicians are to blame here. Back in 2008, Labour actually legislated for indexation, which was then repealed by National after the subsequent election. Also in 2017, National enacted these tax ban movements, which were significant, but were then repealed by the following Labour government.